So this was probably a house which, of its time, was well and truly ahead of the curve. So this was actually some people that originally came and as quite often, this just needs to be honestly discussed. It was a situation where the young couple had a baby, but realistically, their mother was living with them, and she had the money, right? So they were trying to find a way to balance this idea of how do we find a way to live together, but also have enough of our own independence. We can live together forever. So that I started to have people who intentionally were thinking about multi-generational living. Um, so that's, 10 or 15 years ago that people were starting to think about this. So you will, once you break down this design and you initially go, wow, there's just a lot of stuff going on. But if you come back and look at what makes this a house in difference to being a duplex or any of those things, you notice right in the heart of the design is the laundry. And there is only one laundry, and it is essentially shared as being really the connector of this building. Potentially in today's world, this would be called an attached granny flat. So the bit out to the right is actually where the mother lived in this situation. So she had what would be bedrooms 4 and 5 around a bathroom. And then the young couple had basically would be a 3-bedroom home with a home theater and, an ensuite and a bathroom. So in practical sense, it's very much what a lot of people are building, but just 2 people. Whereas this was actually designed to allow 5 people to live in somewhat harmony, have some availability of grandma to come and catch up with the kids, but not feeling like everyone was needing to be in everyone's grill. So, and the design was a little bit factored by the fact that there was a situation where this was a corner allotment. So it actually allowed for a shed to be built in future so that there would be almost access from the patio into the shed to be able to walk off the site. So it's interesting that the true intent of this fed into the design. So this would have been one of those very few designs which would have been done with the main intent of satisfying the people.
Yeah.
And when I walked into it, when it was finished, it actually had a real sense of working.
Did it?
It did. And I went back there quite some time later. And, they, my wife and I have talked about this a little bit, like what would a multi-generational home look like for us? And we've only just, even in the last couple of weeks, even had this conversation about, the boys have still got some time at university to go. Where would they go after university is finished? My parents aren't getting any younger, and the place is actually becoming quite difficult for them to look after. And my sister is in Brisbane and doesn't want to come to a proper regional location like Townsville. But, is there some point in time where we might, due to necessity, just need to be not in any other reason, but need to be considering, hey, do we need a multi-generational place? And that might be the only way we can afford to live that way is by sorting that out. Now, most people get jammed together by accident, right? And then there's all these issues with, Dad's giving me the shits now that he's with me or whatever, or you're always up in my grill and I need a sense of space. And but if you design with the intent and you think about it, that example there says it can work.